welcome. Happy Friday to everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Hi, guys. Hello, welcome. Hi, hello. Hi, guys. Welcome. Okay, let me know how you guys have been. What's been up? I know I haven't really been live much this week. It's probably going to be the same next week as well. I'm quite busy. I just actually try to hop on when I have just a bit of like time free, or someone cancels or something moves, and then I'll connect just to check in with the community and see how everyone is doing. Hello from Portugal. Welcome. Gratitude. Hello from Northern California. Good morning. Hello, welcome. Thank you guys. Hello from India. Hello. Yes, welcome to everyone who is joining later. I will be holding a class with Erin 2 hours from now. We're going to speak about channeling and mastering the art of channeling. There will be a light language activation as well. So it's quite exciting. It's the last few hours if you want to buy tickets for it. And then anyone who participates will also have access to the recording. So that's quite exciting. Okay, welcome. Hello from Sweden. Thank you for being here. Ciao. Hello from Germany, Texas, Miami. Do I like Scotland? Well, I don't really dislike any country. I try to dislike as least as possible. I would say Scotland's quite beautiful. I've been to Edinburgh. I find the architecture and buildings very, very beautiful. So yeah, I would say I like Scotland. Hello from Guadalupe, welcome. Hello from Brazil. Okay, amazing. Hello from Pennsylvania, Vienna, Austria. Someone activated their light language. Congratulations. Welcome to the club. Okay, fatigue. Okay, hello from Australia. Hello from Cairo, India. You're welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So you're gonna guys, I cannot believe sometimes I don't capacitate myself with regards to humanity. I had someone comment, I deleted it. I had someone comment on one of my clearings, the one that I posted actually yesterday on my Instagram, saying, okay, guys, this is someone who follows me. He comments and he says, how I have no respect posting energy work without people's consent. How am I going? I'm going against their free will. And I was just like, I wanted to reply, and then my guides were like, no, don't really give it any energy. It's just like, I don't capacitate myself how I'm posting literally free healings for people, putting my heart out there to help and assist collectively, and still people come and say, how am I allowed to do that? How I don't have respect for people's own. First of all, like, you have the free will to not follow me. So you can not follow me. And if you do follow me, then it just left me really, that's where you want to go? That's where you want to put your energy? You want to go against me in that way? I don't really speak about these things, but this to me was it just serves an example to say, guys, it doesn't matter how much love and how much you do, there is always going to be someone who, for their own issues and projections, will come and be like, oh, you're a horrible person, or what are you doing? How are you doing this? You're not taking responsibility, or what this and that. So I thought that just came up to share. Hello, welcome from Florida, Sweden. Okay, welcome. Thank you, guys. Thank you. They are projecting. Thank you for for the support. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Hello from Sweden. Welcome from Hamburg, Germany. Welcome. Okay, hello. Okay, hello from Johannesburg. Thank you for being here. Hello from Lithuania, Ohio. Okay, guys, so ciao da Milano. Let me know Yeah, let me know how things are going. Have they been leveling out? How's your energy fields been feeling? Let me know. I've leveled out a bit. I had, when was it? I think 2 or 3 nights ago, I had quite an intense energetic relief of grief. So I went into like, I couldn't sleep. It was evening, and generally when I can't sleep and I feel that something's coming up, I'm like, okay, let me go sit in my pyramid. So I sat and I cleared, at the new moon, that's when it was, at the new moon. So I sat and I cleared, I think a day before or so, and grief came out. So I cried for a little bit. Okay, I'm gonna pull through for the heart center and compassion now. Tēnā rea sie to koara trea tre sheta kiena treo ko kieta tiet maraisia nia te kara treo ko na ie to kara tre sai shera takra. Opening structures, calling in divine light, raise, anchoring, opening to divine love, coming in, divine rays, compassion, patience, understanding, empathy, opening, connecting, calling in codes of knowledge, coming in, anchoring, more light, coming in, pushing through, pushing out. Tiet kat ratria net kumaratrie se oshienataka ntai mareate aishe tuku aishe taka krieta quiero tuku aishena nieta reate karo triete aishenata ntai mayetu aishe ka krieta retreto kora trieta nieta aishenara nai mar otukora aisheta reo tukora tri nayatara isherata I am taking questions as well if you guys want to ask me questions. It's going to be a half an hour live. I'm not going to stay on too long because I do have the masterclass coming up with Erin in an hour and a half, just over an hour and a half. So I just want to I want to rest a little bit actually before I do that. Okay. Sleeping. Okay. Okay, ears ringing. Okay, lighter last week was intense. Yeah, I also feel that. I also felt last week more intensely. This week has leveled out a little bit. Shadow work. Okay. Attachment loss. Yeah, releasing a lot in the heart center. So releasing emotional attachment, codependency, and a lot of things coming to the surface. A lot of what you've been asking for, guys, will come up now, whether it's the change in the job, in the relationship, in the friendship, in whatever it is. A lot of what you've been asking will start coming through to you now. Maybe not in the way that you expect it, but the whole collective is in a very, very big transitioning phase. Okay, grief. Okay, tough day. Okay, gratitude. Okay, grief again. Okay. I channel, someone's asking me who I channel from. I channel from a 9th dimensional Pleiadian version of myself and a 12th dimensional mantis being version of myself. I channel other beings as well. Generally, I will say when it is another being that comes through, but I generally channel from those 2 higher versions of myself. Tara kiro to kumara trieta creosia sasera trieta kumaishina takra. Nature, okay, fear, okay. Slowing down. Yeah, a lot of fatigue, tiredness, slowing down. There's also, when I did the live with Leo 2 weeks ago, I remember we spoke about this. There's also been a restructuring in the Arcturian system. So that's also been causing a little bit of glitches here and there for people. Okay. Fatigue. Yeah. So a lot of tiredness, exhaustion, fatigue, sleeping more. Like I've been noticing that I need to, I'll generally sleep 7 to 8 hours a night. It's very seldom that I sleep less than that. Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Yeah, even when I wake up, like I generally usually wake up between 7 and 7:30. Sometimes my daughter wakes up earlier and she comes and wakes me, but generally she also wakes up around 8. So I usually sleep about 7 to 8 hours per night, sometimes even like 9 hours. It really depends. But around those times, I've been sleeping my normal hours. I've been waking up tired, more tired than usual. And I've actually been finding myself to have to snooze the alarm, which is something that I never do. I used to do it a lot when I was younger, when I was a student, and I would go out and stay out late and whatnot, but it's not something that I really do anymore. So I've noticed that my body needing more sleep, like physical sleep. I've been very active in the astral as well. In the beginning of this week, they sent me to Italy to prepare the grid, because I will be traveling there in 3 weeks from now. So I was sent there to do some work, and yeah, I was sent to 1 or 2 other places also. The astral has been very active for me. But yes, the sleeping thing I have also been feeling. Okay, hello, emotional. Okay. You welcome. Yeah, a lot of you who are here are tuning in later. Wonderful. Digestion problems. Generally with digestion problems, it's connected to the solar plexus, so it's stuck emotions. So maybe self-assess if there is any emotional thing that you're blocking yourself from expressing. If you're not speaking your truth and you're getting emotions stuck in your solar plexus, that's generally what causes digestive issues. Okay. How do you manage energetics and energy levels? That's an interesting question. With structure, with discipline, with grounding, obviously always out of love, never out of fear. Yeah, I guess that would be the main thing. Remember, guys, what you put into your spirituality, whether it's your meditation, your kriyas, your yoga, whatever it is, what you put into your spirituality is putting time into yourself. So if you imagine it being like a wheel, what you put in, you get back, So the more you put in, the more you get back. So I guess that's one way of seeing it. It's the same with social media. If you put in and you're consistent and whatnot, then eventually you'll enter the algorithm, and then you'll start, get it. It might take, a year or two, but yeah. What's the first thing I studied when I started learning light language? I didn't study anything. Well, I'm classically Reiki trained. So I was a Reiki practitioner before that. And I started for about 7 years. I had Reiki done on me once a month, consistently. And then after that, I became a Reiki practitioner. And then I think 2 months after that, my channel opened. But I didn't really, the only thing I knew about light language was a colleague, a friend of mine whose channel had opened before mine, who was channeling, and she knew people who were channeling. So I was fortunate to be at this event called Africa Burn, which is the Burning Man of South Africa. And I had, I think it was 6, 7, 8, I can't remember, but it was a lot of them. There was a lot of light language channelers at the time. This is now 2017, 2018, like 2018. Yeah, there wasn't really like a thing, light language. But I knew, and I found out, and anyway, and they all worked on my system at the same time to open up and activate, because they knew that I had some kind of collective role to fulfill at the time. I don't know what it was either, but they kind of knew. So that's how I got activated. Well, how I got that was a big activation that I had. I wasn't open yet. And then and then 2-3 weeks later, I had another very intense, activation on Hape, the tobacco, shamanic tobacco. And then after that, my hand movement started, and then my throat activated a few months after that as well. But no, I haven't read any books. I kind of just trusted, I guess, and followed my intuition. Okay, so I hope that answers. Okay, old stuff. Okay, I don't know how behind I am with the questions, so I'm just gonna hop to the bottom, guys. If you have a question, please re-ask me. Okay. Does knowing light language, that's a good question, bypass the need for divination tools? Yes and no. I still use my pendulum here and there. I still use my tarots. Ideally, you don't want to have attachment to anything that you need to use. So use your tools, but don't have attachment to them. Having light language can do anything and everything, and it's very versatile and it can be used at any moment. It is literally the new technology that's been coming through. But having said that, I guess to an extent it can like bypass, but I wouldn't not use my tools anymore just because I can do light language balance with everything. So I hope that answers. Yeah, the Reiki really helps, guys. The Reiki really go to someone who's proper, obviously someone who knows what they're doing, not someone who teaches you Reiki 1 and 2 in a weekend. How it actually works is you do your Reiki 1, then you need to wait 21 days for the attunement to settle. This is why I also give 21 days in between my attunements. And then once that's settled, you need to wait 6 months at least before you can do your Reiki 2. So I have a very beautiful experience with Reiki. I had a beautiful Reiki master to do my 1 and to do my 2. So it's something that really helped me with staying grounded and maintaining my alignment. So if you are looking to go into energy work, Reiki is a very strong basis to start with. I know there's different energy healing modalities like Theta healing and the quantum Dolores Cannon method. So there's a lot of different methods, but yeah, I don't know about this holy fire Reiki. Like a lot of people have mentioned and said, oh, it's a shortcut to Reiki or this. I don't know. I'm classically Reiki trained. I actually my attunement came from 4th generation Usui, which is the founder of Reiki. So the lineage that I got my attunement from is very pure. There's a lot like out there. It doesn't mean, that it's better or worse, but I don't know about this holy fire, like all these Atlantean Reiki and all these like branched Reiki things. I haven't done them, so I can't say. I just have experience with the standard and it worked very well for me. But if it calls to you and you feel like it works, then, I don't see why not. Just be mindful and aware who you're getting to work on your system and who you're allowing to attune you, okay? Tarai quiero te aishena sierra takrieto kumara trietera ishera taka. Nteoro troa kiera tre aishena takara treo sieta krien mara. Neo toko ishieta reatek ara trie no toa kiera shiata kakra. Tram rietek a rote sieta nche maraishe. Nteo kuatra ishe ka reatre okeare ishena. Nayo tie shieta kreatek a rotro iena taka. Ntiatek a mrio naem. Ntayo shieta kriatek arotroatria sie sara ishenataka. Ntai kie roatrieta kriatek arotrietara. Ntea shieroatriateka ishenaratra. Okay, I'm going to read the comments. Okay, yay, question thingies. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm just laughing. Did you ever think to build a book to help connect with light language? Yeah, so it is something that I'm going to do. They've been telling me to do it for a while. It's actually going to be more on channeling, but yes, I will speak about light language as well. It's going to be a bit of both. I haven't started, but I know what it's going to be. I know what I'm going to like. I know it is something in the progress. So yes, there is a book coming. I don't know when yet, but it's there. Okay, so I'm going to speak about this. Someone's asking me, saying that Metatron is a demon. And okay, guys, first of all, everything is what you make of it. If you choose to believe something's evil, then that's going to be evil for you. I have worked extensively with Metatron, and Metatron is actually one of the early angelic beings who has lived as a human on Earth. So he's gone through experiences, he's gone through timelines, he's gone through change, and he's gone through understanding, and he can really understand us. So Metatron has been demonized by AI and dark agenda. He's been through his own stuff. However, in this timeline and at this moment in time, he is assisting, okay? He is working for a high alignment. If you choose to believe that he is a demon, then you're probably connecting to that part of him, which is reflecting the same part of you. So this is how I see it. I've worked with Metatron. I've worked with Metatron in the astral. I've actually spoken to him verbatim. Like I've actually spoken to him in the astral, like I'm speaking to you guys. He's not perfect. No one is perfect. Neither am I. Neither are you. But he is working at this moment in time in a high vibration. It is dark agenda programming to say that he's a demon or whatnot. So for who asked that, I hope that clarifies. Please don't ever deal in absolutes. That's also very limiting. So at the same time, this is my experience. What I'm saying, if it resonates, that's okay. If it doesn't, that's also okay. There's no attachment to it. So all I can do and say and speak is from my own personal experience and from what I've channeled and from what I know. You don't have to agree with it. If your experience is different, that's okay. Do you have anything about correlation between starseeds and living in the spectrum? That's a very interesting question. Thank you, Energy Opening, for asking that. This is probably a question for Leo. I'll ask him. We'll speak about this next time. We're going live again in December. We won't be able to do November. Yes and no. I do believe that a lot of beings who are, on the spectrum and who are struggling to anchor and ground and integrate in what would be the societal construct of the ideal human behavior is because they are more open in other aspects and in different ways. So yes, I believe that most of them are starseeds. So I'll give you an example. I have friend of mine who's got children. I mean, I've worked on lots of children, and quite a few come through, especially the newer generations, and it's so funny because they don't know how to, even if they're 7, 8 or 12 years old or whatnot, they actually struggle to do normal chores like tidying their room or doing the dishes, and it's not because they're lazy. It's because they come from existences and planets or lifetimes where none of this was actually necessary. They didn't have to deal with your day-to-day things or lower vibrational frequency emotions. So this is something that I learned through my own experience as well. I've had a lot of lifetimes here, but I've also had a lot of lifetimes in Pleiades, in Vega, in Lyra, anyway, in existences where I didn't have to worry about being betrayed. I didn't have to worry about hate, pain, or someone hurting me and whatnot. And a lot of the time, in this lifetime, before I actually took back my power, I would find myself being emotionally abused by men or even by friends, or energetically drained. And I would not see things how they were because my, to an extent, higher vibrational programming didn't really allow for me to see, because I hadn't remembered my human integrated experiences. I hope this makes sense. So I was seeing the good and the beauty in everything and everybody, and then I would end up getting hurt. How can this person be so mean to me, And it was because I came from a space and I had so many lifetimes in these spaces where I didn't have to deal with things like betrayal and pain or backstabbing or friends acting behind your back or speaking or gossiping or whatever, things like that. So this is why I'm also very good at what I do now, and in how I carry through my codes, because coming from that level of purity, I was able to maintain that within my heart center, even I've had to learn the hard way, obviously. So I've had to set my boundaries and really figure out who to allow in and who to not. But I still am connected and kept that part of myself. So that's what you guys feel when you feel, the love, the codes that coming through. It's kind of, I guess, that genuine purity part. And a lot of you are also like that. And this is why a lot of us who are powerful end up in these like toxic relationships, or, if we women with men that abuse us, or the other way around, or with friends who like end up draining us and whatnot. It's because our soul is not used to having to deal with all these like human problems. They're like, enough, pull through some code. Toko tiena tatrea te karotro atrie maraishena ntayo toku aishe takre karatrea te isenoro atrie nai maratreo ishe ate ayatrie kumaratre treo toku asiesa reatrie ora ieshena ratrie takakt natrie takrieta maraya treo nae na ikora trea kiro toku maraishe rata krieta rayo nae Ishato kuma ishirate karasi. These are codes of knowledge that are coming through. Tkara ichiro ate kara. A lot of knowledge coming through tonight. Antoro maishina yeshiro ate kaishiratakra. Okay, I'm gonna go back down again. So if you do have questions, please just rewrite them, because every time I can't. There's too many of you. I can't go through everyone. Traik umaratrie siero ishero tokora ishera tria sieratik aishera takra. Oh, it went silent. Okay, can you hear me again now? Tara yetoro ishera tik ara yetoro kumaratria tria ishera. Okay, how would you suggest working with elderly people who are draining you, but you have no choice to stay with them and help them? You always have choice, first thing. I think you putting yourself in the position of saying that you don't have choice, you're limiting yourself. So you always have choice. So that's like really important. And then I guess patience, compassion, leading by example. And if a situation gets intense or it gets hectic or you get triggered and whatnot, then just physically remove yourself from it. Actually leave the room until it calms down and it grounds and it anchors, and then go back into it. You can also send love and healing to the higher selves and versions of these people. So that also really helps. Like, guys, I can really resonate, because what happened with me is I ended up having to move back in with my parents during the lockdown because I was pregnant. The father of my child tried to kill me. He was a narcissistic, abusive person, so we had to get like the police to physically remove him. I was broke, in debt, pregnant, like 4 months pregnant, and I'd just gotten out from this very traumatic experience, and in all of this I was actually trying to I did very well. Actually, I did 6 months of every day I did karmic work and clearing on myself as I was pregnant, so that my child wouldn't take any of the trauma that I went through in pregnancy, and I was able to actually do that. If you are interested, I have a video of that on my YouTube, so how I explained how I cleared the karma and trauma before birthing my daughter. But anyway, long story short, I ended up going back to stay with my parents, and I hadn't lived at, we have a nice property, like I have my own room, my own space, my daughter has her own space, like it's big, like we're not like crammed, like we in nature, so it's nice. But I hadn't lived with my parents for over 10 years. So it was like, okay. And in the beginning it was hard because I could see the programming. But it was also incredibly useful because I could see where I had dismantled my own programming and where it came from. So I learned a lot about myself. I had to set very firm boundaries. There was a lot of crying the first like 6 to 8 months because it was like, yeah. So I'll tell you one, guys. You're gonna be proud of me for this one. So when they started rolling out the compulsory thingies, I don't want to say anything that revolves around names because I'm shadow banned on my other page. I don't want to get shadow banned here as well. So anyway, when they started forcing people to get stuff in their body that they didn't want to get, my mom was like, because she was still programmed, so she saw the teacher like, no, we need to get it and whatnot. And I stood my ground and I said to her, no. And I said to her, like, if you're getting it, I'm going to take my child, we're going to leave and you're never going to see us again. And for the whole weekend, she was like crying, stomping her feet, like, you're killing us, you don't understand what you're doing. And I was like, no. She said, you're so selfish. I said to her, no. I said to her, I'm not being selfish. I said to her, I'm setting a boundary. You're choosing to do that. I'm acting as a consequence. You want to get it? That's fine. Your choice, your life. Not in my vibration, not in my frequency. I don't even want to be like around it if you're having it. You know, at the time I was very strict on it. Now I've cleared it on people. And I mean, I didn't get it. They didn't get it. But I'm just, anyway. So that, and then I think like 3 or 4, like, then it kind of like dissipated and calmed down and sort of like faded off. And then I think 3 or 4 weeks after that, they started coming, you know, the aneurysms and the problems. And then she was like, oh my God, thank you so much. You saved our life and whatnot and blah, blah, blah. So, but that was difficult. Like, it wasn't easy for me. It was very difficult. And I was prepared to do it. I was prepared to take my child, leave, go move somewhere else. And because there was no way that I was going to put up with it, you know, but that was me setting a boundary. So this is just an example. So yes, having very firm boundaries will definitely help. Okay, I'm going to take 1 or 2 more questions. Thank you guys. And then I'm going to go. Yeah, but you see, now someone's saying my mother and partner obligated me to get it. No, you chose. No one can obligate you to do anything. I understand, obviously, people have jobs and you don't want to lose your job. And guys, it's really fine. Like, I cleared in a lot of people and half of it, they were just injecting saline solution anyway. So it's very chilled. But I'm just saying, that's the wrong mindset. You don't want to be like, oh, someone forced me to do this. You have free will and you have choice. If you're allowing people to make decisions for you, then you're giving away your power. Thank you guys. I'm also so excited to be at the Star Beings conference. I'm a little bit nervous as well because it's the first time that I'm speaking at something that's so big. It's 55 different speakers in 5 days, nonstop. I'll be speaking on the Friday. So it starts on Thursday and I'll be speaking on the Friday. Yeah, so I'm very excited. I'm very grateful. Yeah, Neil is actually the guy who contacted me and asked me to go on. And then I'll also be speaking at another one by Portal to Ascension on the 19th and 20th of November. And that one is the Pleiades, 2 days Pleiades conference. So that was also quite exciting, where I'll be speaking at as well. So yeah, so I'm very excited. I kind of know what I'm going to speak about, but not 100%. I will be doing a system clearing as well. But yeah, as I said, it's the first time for me. So I actually took the whole day off just to prepare, to calm, to ground, and to do like all my rituals and things before I go on. So I'm very excited. So I hope that you guys are going to be there as well. There's a lot of beautiful speakers playing, like next to people like Lisa Royale, Sandra Walter, Elizabeth April, like all these names are people that I've been following in the industry. So I'm so honored. Like, I literally feel like crying. It's so beautiful. So I hope you guys are also going to be there. Thank you guys. I'm going to pull through a little bit more and then I'm going to go off. When am I coming to Florida? I want to come to the States. It is in my plans to come to the States, but I don't think, maybe next year. We'll see. I don't know. It depends. Listen, it depends. If you guys have like businesses or energy working things or retreats or anything like that that you want me to come and work at, then I'll be more than happy to come. But as of now, yeah, I'm doing some work in Italy. So if any of you Italians are here, I'm holding an in-person workshop on the 3rd of December in Milano. I still have a few spots left there. So that'll be very powerful. And yeah, and I think, yeah, and then I'm obviously, if you are in Milano, you can contact me. I'm also taking one-on-one in-person sessions as well. Thank you guys. Thank you for all the support. Your community is so beautiful. Am I single or married? I get that a lot. I'm not single and I'm not married either. I'm in a divine union. No, I'm not living in the USA. I'm in South Africa. How did I begin to show up authentically and how did that change your life? Very good question. Thank you, Ashmita, for asking that. I started speaking my truth unapologetically. I started speaking my truth and I started checking if my thoughts, actions, emotions, and words were all in alignment. I say something, it's how I feel, I do it. If I say something and then I don't do it, I'm not in my truth. If I'm doing something and it's against my will, I'm not in my truth. So that's really the basics of it. Just speak. And it doesn't matter. You need to be a little bit ruthless, as in speak from the heart, from compassion, whatnot, but you kind of really need to put yourself first. And this is something that I've also learned in my own experience. If you struggle with boundaries, rather overset your boundaries and then take them down a little instead of not having them and then building them up. Go like straight for like, you know, super boundaries and then kind of like take them down a little. Okay, wonderful. Sorry, I'm just having a look if there's any more questions. Yeah, I'll pull through for another 5 minutes and then I'm going to go off. Thank you guys for all the hearts and for all the love. I'm really, really feeling it. Triate kumara triaishe orai siero to kumara ishira ta ishira takra. Nteate kumara treo shira nieto kumaishe. Yate kupare atriate. This will work on the throat. So because I spoke of truth, this is going to assist with clearing the throat. Clearing, releasing, clearing. Releasing, 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 releasing. Opening, 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 opening. Opening, 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 opening. Opening, 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 opening. Anchoring, 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 more light, more light, more rays, more rays, more rays, or rays coming in, rainbow, rainbow, spectrum, expression, 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 creativity, creativity, codes of creativity coming in, anchoring, 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 Ntara treo susurate aishe nara trietaka. Tieta creo tuk umaratre sie saro tro aishe nara. Ne yo toko kiera tri sik aishe toko krietakra. Treatek umaratrea sie shetara aishe nara trietakra. Ntiatek asie to roa trei shanien matara aishe rata kiera ta creishe ratakra. Okay. Tai shirotuk umaratrietara isi sirotuk umaratriet. Does abundance have to do with the heart chakra? To an extent, yes. Staying in gratitude, but abundance, our natural state is of abundance. Abundance will come easier if your system is open and flowing. So this is what's important to heal and clear. Yeah, guys. So everyone who says, oh, I wrote you a DM and whatnot, I get tens of messages like every day and whatnot. So if you really want to connect with me, rather do it through my website. If you're struggling, you know, to like make an order or anything like that, there's a space in my website that you can write through and then I'll get it on my email. But I don't really like, I get, it's funny because I would like to say I don't answer DMs, but I do, because sometimes I get divinely guided to just reply to certain people. But generally, as a general rule, unless you're a client of mine or someone which we've connected to before and whatnot, I don't really answer DMs because the amount of DMs I get is ridiculous. People asking me my phone number and if I'm married, and it's just, yeah. So so I just, yeah, and then most of them go in the other folder, so I don't really see them anyway. So if you do want any guidance or assistance within my energy work and to understand you know, more of that, you can send me an email. And again, guys, like if you really want like my advice and whatnot, you're welcome to book a session one-on-one, and then I'll answer all the questions that you have, and we can connect and work together. I have obviously there's the workshop coming up in an hour with Erin. Tickets are still available, $66. It's going to be about 2 hours. Me and her are both going to speak, and we're both going to be pulling through light language codes, and we'll be doing exercises, and we will be taking questions. So So if you want to tune into that, it's literally in an hour and 15 minutes. I only have this profile on Instagram and Malte Lucrezia. Everything else is fake. And I've posted also in sorry, someone's asked how many profiles I have. I've got this one and then my personal one. And there's an image. If you go check on my actual posts, there's a post that says that all the others are fake. So yeah. So that's that. You can find tickets in my stories. In my stories, there's the link to go and get tickets for the workshop that I'm holding in just over an hour. I still have tickets available for my workshop on the 11th of November. That one will be about the third eye, and it's going to be how to open your third eye and how to know the difference between psychic vision and psychic intuition. Psychic vision and third eye, psychic vision, which is your vision with your eyes, and third eye, psychic intuition. So it's a little bit different. So the one will be about seeing in third dimensional density, seeing through the construct, seeing through the reality. And the other one is about the astral projection, the prophetic dreaming, and the third eye information. So there's a whole workshop just on that I'm holding. I will have a code out to assist with opening the third eye, and I will be doing a light language transmission to assist with opening the third eye as well. My collective healing event is still up for the 12th of November. Only $12, 45 minutes of channeled light language. And I will also have a few tickets left. I think there's like 4 tickets left for my channeling masterclass of the 15th or 14th or 15th of December. You'll see on my website the November one is sold out. There's still tickets for the December one. So yeah, that's kind of it. I will most probably come live again next week on Friday, but I don't know. I'll see. I'm not planning any. I don't have any more lives planned in the next few weeks, so I'll be hopping on sporadically. Yeah, because then the weekend after that, I'm kind of traveling. Oh no, I've got a live plan on the 15th of November, but that's going to be in Italian with my colleague Elena, because we're going to be promoting the workshop that I'll be holding in Milano. So that's that. I have, yeah. Oh guys, also if any one of you knows anyone who can assist me, I've requested the blue tick maybe like 5 times, and Instagram keeps on like saying that I can't get it because they haven't written articles about me, and I think like they can verify that it's me, but I don't know, I'm not famous enough, I guess. It's not really about that. I would really like to have the blue tick just to assist with clarifying that this one is me and people don't get scammed. So if anyone knows how to do that, or if you have any connection through, I don't know, Facebook, Instagram, Meta, whatever, that can help me get a blue tick. Not one of those scammy companies that charge you money, but just maybe even just give me some advice on how to facilitate that, then I would be very, very grateful, okay? Yes, perfect, Ale. Thank you. Please send me a DM if they can put like an article or they can help me in any way with a Yahoo blog post. That would be wonderful. Thank you. You can send me a DM and then we'll chat about that. Thank you, Ale. I really, really appreciate. So any one of you can really help me with that, please send me a DM. And yeah, thank you guys so much for being here. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I'm grateful to you all. You're a wonderful community. It makes my heart so happy to see you every time. So thank you so much. I love you. I see you. I appreciate you from my heart to yours. Thank you guys. Bye. I'll see you soon.